Imagine waking up every morning knowing your ideas, your vision, the very fire burning inside you, are trapped. Not by lack of talent or passion, but by a system designed to keep brilliance locked away, safe and silent. That frustration pounding in your chest, it's real. It's a weight you carry alone, because the world around you talks about freedom but delivers chains. Chains disguised as rules, comfort, and false promises. You see it. Founders crushed under endless gatekeepers, investors lost in noise that drowns out true opportunity, leaders suffocated by systems that reward the mediocre and punish the radical. You're supposed to believe this is normal, that this is all there is. But every cell in your body screams, it's not, it can't be. What if the foundation beneath our economy, beneath everything we trust, is cracking? What if the future isn't in the old buildings of power, but in the cracks where change has already started, in crowdfunding? Crowdfunding isn't just a way to raise money. It's a revolution sneaking in while everyone else clings to broken models. It's the messy, noisy, rebellious heartbeat of a new economic order, one that isn't about who has the biggest bank or the loudest lobby, but about the individual, the creator, the visionary who refuses to be boxed in. It tears down the old walls that separate founders and investors. It breaks open the doors that kept innovation isolated, stuck, and starved. And it's not a flash in the pan or a trendy fad. It's the blueprint for a world where power isn't given. It's earned by the few who refuse to wait, who refuse to settle, who dare to rewrite the rules. Think about it deeply. Every traditional system you've encountered offers a deal wrapped in compromise. You give up independence for security. You give up speed for validation. You give your fire for a seat in the audience. Crowdfunding tears that playbook in two. It hands the power back to the founder, burning with a vision so clear they can't help but share it with hundreds, thousands, sometimes millions. It hands the power to the investors who see past spreadsheets and buzzwords to find raw, unfiltered potential. Potential that the old systems overlook or dismiss. It builds bridges where none existed, connecting rare talent to the right fuel, fast and fierce. But here's what's truly dangerous about this path. It demands everything from you. Comfort is the enemy. Consensus is poison. To rise with crowdfunding, to make it the bedrock of a new economy, founders must become warriors of authenticity. Investors must transform into hunters of truth, breaking free from herd mentality and hype. This isn't for the faint-hearted or the fence-sitters. It's for those who know the system is rigged but won't bow. For those who burn brighter, knowing the flames will draw fire but hold steady anyway. The problem today? We live in a world that takes brilliant individuals, isolates them, then expects them to thrive alone. Crowdfunding changes that by creating networks, real powerful connections that turn solitary sparks into raging infernos. Imagine a world where your ideas aren't judged by gatekeepers, but embraced by a collective hungry for innovation. The rare few willing to break molds and build new paradigms. Imagine investors who don't scatter their bets but choose to align deeply with founders who share their vision and hunger. This mutual selectiveness is the oxygen of a new economic respiration, and crowdfunding is the lung expanding and breathing it to life. This isn't just about raising cash, it's about raising the stakes of what's possible. It's about freeing the extraordinary from the shadows to shine unapologetically. The old economy was a stadium full of seats, where most watched, a few played, and most lost. Crowdfunding is a movement where the crowd becomes the founder, the investor, the mechanic fixing the machine from within. No more waiting for approval, no more fake games, just raw, real connection shaping real futures. But beware. This path is riddled with pitfalls disguised as opportunities. Success with crowdfunding demands radical honesty. It requires stripping away every layer of pretense, every strategy designed to fit someone else's dream, and instead focusing fiercely on your intrinsic worth and unique story. Investors and founders alike must sharpen their senses to see through the noise and spot real potential buried beneath the chaos. This is where professional mastery meets radical trust, because with the right mindset and tools, crowdfunding becomes a force unlike any other, a foundation built on connection, courage, and uncompromising clarity. Here's the secret few admit. Crowdfunding alone isn't enough. It's not magic. It's a framework. The new economic order it can build demands one critical superpower: alignment. Alignment of values, vision, and fierce commitment among the few who dare to break from the old and craft the new. It demands patience because real transformation plays the long game, not the quick flip. It demands ruthless curation, recognizing that not every investor, every backer, every supporter fits the mold of movement-making impact. This is about quality, not quantity. Depth, not spread. To all founders out there feeling the burn, stuck under layers of doubt and slow systems, here's the truth you need. The power to create your world lies not in bending to existing systems, but in building new ones, brick by brick, campaign by campaign, connection by connection. Crowdfunding lets you not just survive, it lets you carve out a space where you can thrive authentically, attract the right supporters, and turn your vision into something unstoppable. But this isn't about playing it safe. It's about being bold enough to dismantle. To the investors exhausted by endless noise and shallow pitches, this is your call to awaken. Stop settling for the obvious, the comfortable, the mediocre. Start looking for the founders and leaders who don't just want money, but want to change everything. Start becoming the rare force that aligns not just capital, but purpose and passion. Crowdfunding gives you access to the edges where true breakthroughs live, where the extraordinary buds unseen and unappreciated by outdated institutions. Each campaign that succeeds, each bold individual who wins with crowdfunding, chips away at the old economic order, revealing how fragile it is beneath its surface. This isn't rebellion for the sake of rebellion. This is liberation for the sake of evolution. A world where every founder, every investor, every leader owns their sovereignty and chooses their battles. A world where systems don't dictate but support, where the rare don't have to hide but can find each other and build new realities. And here's what happens when this shift takes root. Economies become ecosystems, vibrant, dynamic, adaptable. Innovation no longer trickles down but erupts from the edges. Power isn't concentrated but shared across a web of creators and backers bound by mutual respect and unshakable belief in what's possible. Crowdfunding becomes the pulse of this new order, loud, alive, raw. What's waiting for those bold enough to step in now is not comfort but freedom, the kind that demands everything from you but gives you everything back. The chance to rebuild a world that doesn't just serve some, but uplifts the rare, the different, the unstoppable. Founders who refuse to wait for permission, investors who refuse to chase trends and settle for scraps, leaders who refuse to bow to anything less than transformation. This new economic order won't be handed down. It will be made by the few who refused to live borrowed lives, who tore up rule books and crafted their own. Those who knew that to build what's next, they had to first unlearn what came before. Crowdfunding isn't the future because it's easy. It's the future because it's real. It's messy, passionate, potent. It's the foundation laid by those who burn brighter than the world expects, not because they seek approval, but because they seek truth. So if you feel that fire inside, the one that screams you're meant for more, listen. This is where your fight begins and your freedom unfolds. Crowdfunding is not just a tool. It is the spark that lights the path to a new economic dawn. A dawn where you, yes you, have the power to remake everything. Where the few become many. Where the rare become the new normal. Where a new order rises, not from the top, but from the will of the fearless. This is your time. This is your call. And it will consume you, transform you, and elevate you beyond every limit you were ever told you had. Embrace it. Because nothing, not fear, not doubt, not system, can stand against a revolution born from the fire of the individual.